Happy Friday. So, I am going to do the weekly. I'm so sorry I didn't go live last Sunday. I just was wanting a weekend to myself. And then I had every intention of going live this week. I was going to do a nighttime live, and I just didn't have it in me. I didn't have the energy. I don't like to do readings when I'm feeling low on energy, so I never got to it. I'm so sorry, but I'm here today. I'm feeling good today. It's Friday. Yay. So, if you want to hear about the collective energy and the full moon energy, you can check that out on my Facebook. I did make a couple videos about what I've been feeling. That's Tarot Time with Dana. Also linked in the About section and in the description box. But yes, let's get into it. I actually have a private reading to do at 2:30, so I'm going to try and hold myself to a reasonable time to be live with you guys today, as opposed to 3.5 hours. So the winner of my giveaway, her reading is today, so I'm going to try and do my best to get done before then, but y'all know I like to talk, so fingers crossed. So I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna get ready. I do see I have a super chat. Let me see who that is real quick, so I can give him a shout out. Thank you for the 19.99, Marlene. Appreciate you, girl. Appreciate. Okay, so you know the drill. I'm going to meditate to clear my energy between each zodiac sign. I don't have a format. I just go with whatever feels right to me. So it'll be a mixture of guided messages and tarot. And the next round of you versus them readings are probably going to start coming out this weekend or early next week. So stay tuned for that. I'll do a few each day over the next week or so. Let's light some sage and get this party started. Everything is awesome. This was playing in my head right now. From the Lego movie? Yeah, that's happening. Everything is awesome. So while I prep my cards, I was watching Neil Grassi. I'm sure you're familiar with him. He's an astrophysicist, a very popular, famous astrophysicist. Is it Degrassi? Neil Degrassi? For some reason, I was binge watching his YouTube this morning because I think his insight on the scientific pieces of the earth are so enlightening. But the one thing that he never ever answers is the why. He never goes into the spiritual piece. He always keeps it, well, he's a scientist, so he keeps it very objective, very smart man. You know, he understands carbon and how the atmosphere works, multi-dimensions, but never addresses the why. And I feel like I like to hear his scientific approach, but I think if you're approaching anything in life, you kind of always have to also bring the spiritual piece to it a little bit, as there's a place for that, you know. And he could he could say everything about like how things are designed within the world, but the one question he couldn't answer is the why and how we got here. I haven't met a scientist yet that has told me that. So I don't know why I brought that up. I just thought, I've watched him so many times and I realize he evades that question every time they ask him, well, why? And he always wants to bring it back to objective reasoning, but there are things in life, there's many things in life that there's not an objective reasoning for, that we can prove with calculators and telescopes and stuff. It's called intuition. It's called your spiritual self. It's called the essence of who you are. That's where the remaining answers lie. But anyways, check him out. If you haven't checked him out, I just respect him so much. I really, really like his personality. Obviously, I binge watched his YouTube this morning. And it's fascinating to me. Anyways, I'm feeling these cards. That was my random thought today. So I'm gonna use these cards. Ooh, I want to. Hold on a second. Okay. I'm going to use these cards. This is the Osho Zen Tarot. I honestly can't remember the name of this one. It's new. If you know it, put it in the comments. I'm going to retire this one today. No to that one today. Yes to this one. All right. So I feel like I'm ready now. We're going to start with Aries. We're going to go all the way through Pisces and see what messages we get out. I'm going to clear the air with my singing bowl. If you want to meditate when I meditate, that's awesome. You can send me your energy that way. If not, that's cool. Just talk amongst yourselves. And let's get to it. Aries. That was really quick. Aries, they showed me an image of someone sitting and someone standing, and then them hugging, but the one that was sitting was kind of hugging the chest, stomach area of the person. And then a song came through, which was "Lay Your Head on My Shoulder." Don't mind my bad singing. And then the TikTok challenge came up where the lights went red. I don't know if some of you are watching TikTok or you like that song or if you know what challenge I'm talking about, but if you don't, go check it out. But whether or not that's validation for you, the symbolism that was given to me was needing someone, feeling like you want someone in your life or having someone in your life that you can lay your head on their shoulder, whether that's an intimate connection or a platonic. It's like this feeling of being comforted, of wanting more comfort in your life, or having that. And it's like Aries, you're wanting the full package when it comes to intimate relationships, all right? So if you have settled for less in the past, I feel like you want that person you could, lay your head on their shoulder, but you also want, because that's a very sexy TikTok challenge, you also want that intensity. You're an Aries, so you like passion, and trying to find that within your relationships, intimate relationships, or an intimate partner, I feel like is being highlighted or really important. But also kind of finding that balance within yourself. So maybe it's not always about another person. Sometimes symbolically that means showing yourself some warmth and allowing the more comforting, empathetic side of you to show through. But also, having that passion about yourself, feeling confident, okay, is kind of what they're showing me. I heard put it all out on the streets. I don't know what that means. Put it all out on the streets. Maybe that means something to you. Careful with that. I kind of get a weird vibe from that message. So you don't want to be putting all your business out on the streets, right? I think there's a difference between like expressing ourselves and being authentically us and versus putting all of our trash for others to see, or, trashing others, or, over expressing. So I think that's more of a precaution. You don't need to put it all out on the street. Or you might want to be cautious with someone that, could do that to you, maybe. Let's see. Let's get some tarot cards. and get some more definition around that for my Aries, okay? I've had this song in my head all day, but now it's coming up again, so it could be for you, Aries. Baby girl, what's your name? I don't even know what it's to. But it's just that one line. It keeps playing over and over and over. So you may resonate with that. Saturn energy here. This is about coincidentally being more disciplined and structured, responsible, but it's also a very ambitious and grounded and practical energy. This is asking you to have self-control. So there again, you know, it brings me back to the message about putting it all out on the streets. You know, I guess know when to express and know when to keep some things to yourself. That's going to be important this week or this weekend. I feel this is more of an immediate energy. Yeah. Other than that, what's being highlighted for you is being more disciplined in your schedule this upcoming week, trying to adhere to a time schedule, you know, trying to be on time to whatever it is you have going on. Responsibilities being important and needing to be at the forefront, okay? So you might have some, you know, not so fun things, but necessary things to do this upcoming week that you need to pay attention to, Aries, as well. The High Priestess, the Ace of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Two of Swords. So the High Priestess speaks to me of someone who knows better, someone who's very intuitive, can read between the line, Aries. This could be your energy or someone you're dealing with. And here's this passion. That's what I felt. That's kind of what I saw in the images that were shown to me as well. The Ace of Wands type of energy, like this intense desire, okay, to get what you want out of life, to get what you want out of a marriage, commitment, or a relationship, and then kind of doubting or a little bit of uncertainty, though, you know, underneath it all. And I think that's why they want you to be warm, you know, with yourself. And what I mean by warm is be easy on yourself, you know. If you're not certain about something, this is not the time to commit. I'll tell you that. All right. Wait till you have all of the information before you commit to anything, whether that's relationships or within, you know, money or career or job. But it's interesting because there's two very different energies here. There's this very go with the flow, independent, intuitive energy, right? That's kind of driven by desire. And then there's this very structured, practical energy, and yet some questioning behind that. So Aries, I feel like these can be the two sides of you showing up, you know, the side of you that intuitively knows to go for where your passion is, but then this other piece of you that feels like you need to do the more structured approach, but there's some insecurities here, all right? If you're dealing with another person, I feel this is their energy, where you kind of intuitively know what drives you, you know, that what passion you have within you, and this person is kind of questioning, oh, okay, they told me questioning authority. That's really interesting. Or they fear questioning authority. They have some insecurities going on if you're dealing with another person, and it's in regards to relationships and maybe where they stand in a relationship. I don't feel like I don't feel you feel any insecurity, but I do feel this person does. So what's the guidance? Aloneness. Isn't that interesting? So this is my go within card. This is being okay with being alone. This is a quiet energy, a very introverted energy, thinking a lot but not expressing a lot. And that's kind of what you're being guided to do. Like that's what Spirit is saying. Like, don't put it all out on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Not just yet. See, the retrograde is over, but there's a shadow period for at least 1-2 weeks. So I think a lot of people are feeling like the urge to purge, and I talked about this in my live last night, but it's not quite the right timing yet. All right, so there's still like a little bit of that retrograde energy going on. So, um, some of you are best to just sit on what you know for now and kind of embrace your alone time this week. Prioritize your alone time this week, all right? So, like I said, these are going to be quick today because I have an obligation. You could be dealing with, I have Earth here, Taurus in particular, but I also have fire and air. Earth, fire, and air energy out. So, Taurus. Taurus. I don't think I have any of my moderators in here. Do I? If you're in here, say hey. Oh, well. It is the middle of the day on a Friday. Most people are working, but I'm not. Is Carmen in here? I don't see her. Okay. All right. That's fine. It's fine. I'm sure they'll show up if they have time. All right. Taurus. Aaron, would you moderate? Thank you. Thank you, Aaron. Ah! I can't get it to stop. Okay. You're a moderator now. For today. Thank you. All right, Taurus. Okay. So this is gonna sound really weird. Taurus, I got an image of a candlestick, and then the Little Mermaid song, Kiss the Girl. You're gonna miss the girl. Come on, don't be scared. You know when they're in the boat in the movie? You gotta go and kiss the girl. Don't ask me what that is. Maybe you like The Little Mermaid. Maybe you recently watched it. Or just maybe symbolically. It's like the feeling that I got from that is you might miss an opportunity, you know, or someone feeling like they've missed an opportunity, right? Because if you think about that scene in the movie, he misses the opportunity to kiss the girl, and then she doesn't get her voice, right? And things kind of go awry. And so it's Spirit is saying, don't be scared to have another chance or go at something if you feel like you've missed an opportunity. And it doesn't have to be within relationships, okay? But for some of you, yes. For others of you, it could be feeling like, you know, you missed an opportunity to voice something that you really wanted to voice, or to take part in something that you wanted to be a part of, you know, feeling like you missed the boat, okay? That type of vibe. And it's like, no, there's another boat coming. There's another ship coming. You just take your focus off of what you feel you have missed or lost and focus it on what's coming towards you. And that will help to bring it in a lot faster for you, Taurus. So, interesting message. So let's see what the tarot cards have to say for my Taurus. I don't know why I get Disney movies a lot lately. And I don't know what the candlestick image was about. Some of you, I don't know, you might be lighting candles, candlestick. Oh, they gave me Candlestick Company. Not really sure what that means either. So if that's validation for you that this reading's for you, great, but that won't be for all of you. So let's see. Ooh, I can't take all of those. You have Gemini second house energy here. Gemini and second house energy. Some of you could be dealing with the Gemini or a Taurus. Or you could have those placements in your chart. So it's a mixture of this very communicative energy, Taurus, and wanting to come out of your shell, and maybe lots of conversations going on, but feeling like there's miscommunication, or maybe there was in the recent past. But I feel like whatever you felt was missed is going to come back around in this energy, right? Also, some of you, this could be in relation to, like I said, your material world, housing, money, market, career, that type of vibes. So, yes, really interesting vibes here for you. You might feel a little fidgety or a little bit anxious in the energy, you know. If you have been suppressing saying something for whatever reason, I feel it's getting to the point where you're like, I just want to say it, you know. And if that's not you, that could be someone in your environment, Taurus, that is feeling that way, okay? So let's get some cards out and see. Yeah, they just keep giving me that same lyric again. Come on, don't be scared. You're gonna miss the girl. Some of you, it's literally about a girl, or you might be the girl that someone missed an opportunity with, all right? Take it as it resonates. So it was kind of a sloppy shuffle. I'm actually going to read them both ways. It's like, well, here you are, Taurus, because I always see the Empress as Taurus energy, right? Some readers may disagree with that, but that's how I see it. Here's you standing in your worth this week, okay? Things coming to you, feeling pretty comfortable in your own skin. And there's some defensiveness here, though. There's a bit of a guardedness energy here, okay? I do feel like you want to let the guard down, or for someone to do that with you. But there's kind of a lack of motivation here, or feeling like you can't get something off of the ground just yet. Maybe the timing is not right just yet. It's like a lack of cooperation within the environment. And it's just like, well, if you're not going to try, I'm not going to try. You know, I'm not going to put effort if effort is not being shown to me, whether that's within relationships or career. It's just like a lack of drive, a lack of motivation is the words that they keep giving me, whether that's you or the people in your environment. And yet this restless, fidgety energy, you know. So I feel like this is not really the time for action, kind of how I felt in the Aries reading, you know, and this is just a short snippet of time. I think this is more a time to pay attention to self-care, your surroundings, which you do have control over. Place your focus there until the energy gets a little bit better, you know, and then there's going to be passion coming in, or action being taken, but I don't feel it's right in the now energy and cooperation. But not yet. Someone still has yet to get all of the information or put their guard down, okay? But I do feel that's coming up. That's kind of what's coming towards you, all right? So let's see what your guidance is. Yeah. Ooh, this is my mind butt card. So I don't want to say the F word. My mind butt card. Look at it. Messy. And didn't I say when the cards came out, ooh, that kind of came out a little sloppy. Like the energy is sloppy, you know. It's a little messy. You might feel a little messy minded right now. And that's why I think You know, there's an encouragement to kind of pay attention to your environment and stay practical in the energy until this passes, right? And if this isn't you, this could be someone you're dealing with that's just all up in their head, you know? They got a messy mind. So you could be dealing with Gemini, Taurus energy, fire, earth is what I have. From a Taurus. Okay, let's go to Gemini now. How am I doing on time? Pretty good? Gemini. Ooh, Gemini, that was fast, and I didn't want to leave your energy because it felt really nice to me. I got a lot of images within a very short span of time. The most predominant one was someone sitting, someone was behind them, and they were kind of doing this to them. I couldn't tell if they were doing their hair or getting a massage. I really couldn't tell. But some of you may be thinking about revamping your hairstyle or, giving yourself some comfort. It was a very comforting energy. I almost felt like kind of going to sleep, getting a massage, just a lot of self-care images coming through. So I feel like this would be a good week for you to take care of self. And then they kept showing me a crescent moon, and I kept trying to see what it was. It almost looked like a piece of jewelry to me. Some of you may be wearing or have crescent moon jewelry, and that could just be validation that this reading's for you, but it doesn't have to be. There might be something significant happening around the next crescent moon in regards to I don't know, they're not really giving me why it's significant. I heard life in general. That's not helpful. But it's just, I guess, pay attention to your moon cycles. I don't know what the next date of the next crescent moon is. But then they showed me a hand, and the hand opened up like this, and a flower also opened up like a blossom. So there's something that's getting ready to blossom in the energy, and it just felt very good. It felt very soothing. It felt like, like I didn't want to come out of the meditation almost. So I'm really glad to feel that energy for you, Gemini, because I think it's been a little back and forth in the Gemini energy, a little bit messy, especially during the retrograde. Your readings were a little bit messy, but I definitely feel a softening of that, all right, and things opening up to you. Also, you might have a situation in your life where you've been debating whether or not this is the right time to open up, and I feel like during this, maybe around the crescent moon or the new moon, that might be a good time, but I actually feel the energy is present right now, and so You know, if you felt intuitively drawn to open up to someone, or they have felt that towards you, it's just going to be intensified over this next week or two. And it could be a very therapeutic conversation that you need to have for some of you. I heard don't put it on the back burner if that's something you've been kind of going back and forth about, because the energy is ripe. Now they're showing me the flower again. So let's get some cards out and see. Thank you, Melissa. Wow, here's your card, Gemini. See, you're feeling like yourself again. Gemini in the first house of self. Feeling like yourself again. Oh, this is nice. I like this for you. This is you, first of all, being your curious, communicative, social self. You know, maybe you had been a bit shut off or more quiet than usual, but I feel like there's a door of opportunity opening here, and it is all about, and coincidentally, this card also talks about the physical body and your outlook on your self-image, which could be why they were showing me the hair thing. But it's like opening up to a new idea of your self-image and life in general, your philosophies on life. It's a very awakening energy. Some of you are spiritually awakening, you know, becoming more self-aware of who you are, you know, and taking care of self. Taking care of self. Yeah. Thank you for the 1111, Angie. So you have the Sun and the Magician here. I don't feel like I need a whole lot of cards here. Interesting. This is picking up as past energy, Seven of Swords. Some of you, you know, felt stabbed in the back in the past, but I feel you're over it for a lot of you, or you're going into the space of, you know what, I create my own reality. Feeling like connected, warmth, happy, positive, using your natural talents and abilities to inspire you to move forward. All right. Some of you, there's some new opportunities that are opening up to you, you know, and it's funny that the sun is here because they showed me a blossom, a flower blossoming, right? And when spring comes, does not the flowers blossom? So I feel like, yeah, just the energy is very warm and opening up to you. Okay. And sorry, I have a song in my head. You got it. If you want my time, just come and feel the flavor. It's rain or shine, 'cause we got it. Oh man, I just went back to being like 13. We got it. It's old R&B song by, I think, Immature. Some of you may feel young again, you know? Maybe break out some of your favorite songs, you know, when you were young. Move your body. Remind yourself of who you were before the world told you who to be. Yes. This is a beautiful reading. Let me get some guidance. I don't think you need any, but let's get it. Oh, possibilities. See? That's what I feel. All these possibilities, these doors of opportunity opening up to you, because you're vibrating high. All right. And some of you, if you're not there yet, if you're still stuck in the pain or the deception or whatever this is of the past, it's time to move forward from that, Gemini, because you got a new chapter coming in and it's way better than the chapter you just left. So, because we got it. Now I want to sing that whole song. I'm not going to. But if you want my time. That's a good song. Okay. Cancer. Okay. So I got I got a bunch of images. They may hit you, they may not. I saw it was like they showed me someone's face, but where the eyes should be, there was a river running through it. Does that make sense? It almost looked like a blindfold over the person's eyes. So I feel like some of you, you know, and then I got a song. Is this love? Or is it the end? Old song, maybe from the 80s. It's like not listen. We want to we want to see, our ego wants to be like, this is the beginning point and this is the end point, but life is infinite. So there is no beginning and there is no end. There is just the flow. So it's almost like, are you in the flow or not in the flow? That's the only question to ask yourself. Are you in alignment or not in alignment? Some of you are not wanting to see the truth of something and it's keeping you out of alignment. Or it just hasn't been maybe easy for you to clearly see, you know, beyond the veil when it comes to one person or one situation in particular. And then, so that image turned into what looked like to me a Native American person. Some of you might have Native American in your chart, in your heritage. And then they showed me a peace dove, which is one of my favorite symbols. So it's like it's like your ancestors, Cancer, your guides, and we all have guides, we all have ancestors. They want you to make peace with something that you didn't see, but that you weren't really meant to see at the time. Okay, so it's just like, make peace with what you know and move forward from that. Okay. And go with the flow of life, right? Because if you are holding yourself in like a stagnation period because you're waiting and waiting and waiting to see with clear eyes before you make a decision, they're kind of saying you're not going to get the solution by sitting in the problem. So you kind of have to let it go a little bit so that you can go downstream, okay, energetically speaking, to where the solution is. All right, so that's a lot of words. I hope that made sense to you, but that's kind of what. Oh, okay. So, like, I don't know if you have someone in your environment that talks in circles, or you've been doing that a lot, or you've been coming back around to the same or similar, like, thinking patterns. They want you to pay attention to that. You know, and for some reason I felt drawn to talk about the Aries reading. Some of you may be connecting to an Aries, and then here you have the Saturn card, which also came out in the Aries reading. But it doesn't matter if you have that in your chart or dealing with one. For all of you, this is a kind of a rigid energy, right? It's like wanting to be very disciplined, having a lot of responsibilities, maybe a little bit of difficulty in the environment, or feeling like a lot of restraint, if nothing else. And it kind of creating tension and stalls. That's what I was feeling. But it's like what they're saying, what they're giving me is that you're kind of creating your own stagnation by thinking that, you know, you must know all of the answers in order to make a decision. It's like, you know enough, Cancer, to follow your intuition on whatever this is. And they're not really giving me what this is about. I guess you would know. It could be any area of your life, any situation in your life, right? But it's all going to work out here, all right? So don't be afraid to let go of that rigidness a little bit so that you can let the flow of life carry you to the solution. Because right now you're making, say again, a mountain out of a molehill, right? Or someone in your environment may be doing that, but it's like... Two of discs here. Wow. Hold on a second. Ooh. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. I gotta show you that this is exactly, okay. Here we're talking about, I'm giving you the symbolism of a river. Let me give it to you this way. If you're paddling downstream on a river, and let's say the river is your emotions, right? The moment that you start trying to paddle upstream, or you even hold yourself into place, the pressure rises. The pressure rises, and it creates tension, right? So when we stop up our emotions, when we stop moving forward with our life because we're stuck on something, we're stuck on someone, it backs up the stream, right? And then creates tension. So what they're saying is release that so that you can flow forward in the energy. And then as you flow forward, here's the solution that you're going right towards, but you can't get there if you don't let go. And then look at that image. They're just floating them right off the water. That's the solution. And the solution's in your future. It ain't in your past. That's what the challenge is. Okay, so let go of that. There's some back and forth here, within the energy. You might be juggling a lot this week. You might have a few different things that you need to take care of, or two very important decisions or things that you're trying to juggle in the environment. Some of you are trying to stay practical, but also, prioritize your own happiness. And it might be that you keep putting your happiness to the wayside, which is what they want you to stop doing because it's stopping up your river, so to speak. And elevate yourself off this problem, right? Elevate yourself off of this problem. Because when you let go, on the other end of that is the Six of Discs, which is generosity, cooperation. It is giving, a very giving energy. So first give it to yourself and then watch as the solutions come in. All right. I have a song in my head. I Rise Up. Oh, I can't remember who sings it. It's such a good song. And I rise up. That song will uplift you. All right, so you could be dealing with Leo energy, earth or air. Earth, air, and Leo energy here. Oh, I felt Aries for some of you. Okay. Leo. Andra Day, thank you. Leo. So, Leo, they kept showing me an eyeball, and I kept acknowledging it. And okay, next image, is just the same image over and over again. An eyeball is like opening, closing. You may love someone's eyes, or you might have very beautiful eyes. There's something with I even saw someone putting a contact in. I don't know if you wear contacts. And then they showed me like a grain of salt being dropped in the eye. I have no idea what that's about. But the eyes are being highlighted, okay? Whatever that means for you. For some of you, it's your third eye chakra opening up. If you're a very intuitive Leo, I know I have a lot of intuitive Leos that follow me, where you're getting like seeds of knowledge through your intuition, right? And yeah, pay attention to that. Okay, so they're drawing me to talk again about Neil deGrasse. I hate if I'm getting his name wrong. If you rewind to before I started the readings, I was talking about watching his YouTube and how I found what he was saying to be factual and objective, but was missing the spiritual component, the intuitive component. And if you could just look at the totality of humankind, you can see that there's something much deeper than what we can measure, see, feel, taste, touch, right? Like, look at the school systems. This is going to be long-winded because they want me to go through the whole thing. If you look at the school system, Leo, and you will see that we teach our children based on what we know to be true at the time that the child is born into. But actually, we're already born to this life with infinite intelligence, emotional intelligence, but it's kind of structured in a way that we teach our children away from their intuition and tell them, no, 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 this is what we know to be true about life right now in this moment. And then our children start to accept that as facts of what is, which is really just opinions of what someone knows about the world at this moment. So, sorry, I know that was a very long way around it. I might not even get cards out for you because this message is coming through so strong. The encouragement from Spirit is to not place so much value and emphasis on written knowledge. Not to take away from written knowledge, there's very smart people out there, but that the true knowledge that you have already is within you. And if you can open up your intuition through meditation, you can hear the answers to any question that you have, and it will also help to guide you towards what you're naturally inspired to do, where your natural talents are, and that's where the money is. That's where the money is. Where is your natural inspiration? Forget what the world has told you. Forget the model that everybody must have a degree to be smart. That's not the truth. Most of the most intelligent people on this earth have never attended a college, okay? And focus more on what is the natural intelligence inside of me? How can I cultivate that because I feel inspired to? And then that's where the money is. That's where the abundance comes in. Some of you have already gotten pretty good at this. Others of you are just starting to understand the importance of following your own guidance system. Some of you have children maybe also that are struggling within the structures of the school system, and Lord knows I'm right there with you. And it's because one size doesn't fit all. We all learn differently. We all have different interests, and maybe look at it in a more fluid way, Leo, and than a more black and white way. And if it's not about children or learning for yourself, then this is about the way you view life in general. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is about highlighting education and learning and structure more than anything, for whatever reason. I don't know. So that was really long. So I'm actually not going to get... Yeah, let me get some validation cards out for you. And then I'm going to leave it there because that was pretty intense. Well, here you are. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. The 11th house. The 11th house of learning. Ding-ding-ding. See, okay, so I'm glad I got cards out. This is your energy, Leo, 5th house energy. The 11th house of learning, that's Aquarian energy. And the 8th house of intimacy, that's Scorpion energy for some of you. This is saying, if you want to know what your path is in life, follow your passion. What is your intuition telling you? Screw what everyone else has to say about it, right? Because that's the leading edge of your life. And that's where you're going to find that intensity. You almost kind of crave a little bit of intensity right now, okay? Intimacy. If it's not intensity, some of you are craving more intimacy, and that's a side note, I feel. Well, I don't want to say it's a side note, but the intimacy will come once you start feeling that inspiration within inside of yourself. Oh my gosh, it's the High Priestess. Yes. The High Priestess, the Four of Wands. So, this is your intuition. This is your spiritual side. This is your emotions. There's a side message, and I'll get to that in a minute because I don't feel like it's for a lot of you. But this is like, follow your gut. Listen to what you feel, okay? And then have the courage to move from that space. This is having reasons to celebrate this week, you know, whether that's in relationship, family, or home. It's almost like celebrating a new idea about life in general. But it could also be just, some of you might be attending events this upcoming week or within the next 2 weeks, or just maybe getting into wanting more socialness in your life, having a get together, I heard. And it looks really good. It looks very positive if that's the case. I know there's limits, right, with the requirements right now, but they gave me the word birthday party. I don't know if someone's having a birthday coming up. It's not Leo season, maybe someone you know. But if not, it's just a celebratory energy, celebrating life, the life you're creating. So the side note was, there's a small few of you where you are suspicious when it comes to a relationship in particular. This would be someone you're intimate with, where there's a lot of like secrets, or you feel that there are some secrets going on here. Some of you intuitively know without a doubt. The message is the same, which is, you know, listen to your intuition. What is your intuition saying about that situation, Leo? Because I feel like it's correct. But I kind of feel like it's a good thing. You know, even if it doesn't feel that way, somehow it brings things together. Like it's really weird. It's like having an intuitive hit about something and just knowing, you know, that you don't know, you don't have all of the information, but you know, and you feel good about it. It's weird. That's for a very small few of you. Or it's like there's something really good that's going to come out of it, even though you can't see it yet, or something like that. The Lovers. Okay, so that could be definitely just confirmation that your intuition is correct as it comes to that relationship. Right. So I'm going to leave it there, Leo, and we're going to go to Virgo. Virgo. So Virgo, sorry. First of all, and I don't know why, they said fingernail clippers. I don't know, that could be validation for some of you who are sitting in the chat. You need to clip your fingernails, or you're clipping your fingernails, or something to do with fingernail clippers. The spirit gives me weird messages. It's funny because I got that message for Pisces too, and their you versus them reading, someone examining their nails. You could be connecting with the Pisces. Some of you lost your fingernail clippers. I'm not really sure. But anyways, random. Then they showed me it was a wind. I don't think people use these anymore. Not a windmill. You know the roosters that people used to put on the top of their houses, like the tin ones, and then when the wind would blow, it would point northeast, southwest. Like that's what they were showing me, except it was going so fast. So it's almost like not really knowing where to point your attention, or your attention might be scattered here, there, you know, where it feels like you're spinning around a situation too much, you know, or spending too much time stuck on something that has got you not really sure of what direction to go. Okay. So I feel, they kind of want you to calm your mind best as you can, and the best way to do that is through meditation, hands down. But it's like you're moving forward, but you're not sure of like the end destination, and I don't feel like you like that. See, because Virgos, well, Virgo, you know how you are. You like to have a plan. You know, you like to know that A plus B equals C. And if you don't have your ducks in a row right now, it may feel like things are going unplanned or not as planned. Maybe things aren't going as planned, but promise you are headed in the right direction. So that's the words that they're giving me. Promise. This is my guide speaking. You're going in the right direction. Even though it may feel a little bit mind-boggling, or you might not feel like you're making progress, just the simple act of caring enough to think about where you want to go is progress, right? So let's see. Virgo. Oh, I got a bunch of super chats. Let me finish this reading and then I will see who gave me a super chat. All right, that came out twice. Yes, that's what I was feeling. That windmill, just look at that. Pluto energy. Pluto energy is very erratic. It's a Scorpio energy for some of you. You may have that in your chart, be dealing with one. But it's a renewal energy. So it's like one of those, it's like one of these situations where it doesn't make sense in the moment, but then in hindsight, you're like, oh, yeah, actually, that does make sense. Or, you know, or I can see why that occurred so that I could get to the next level is what I'm feeling. So it's about motivation, your personal power, taking back your personal power, letting something, an old way of thinking, living, die out so that you can be reborn. Very intense energy. This is not like, I don't know, your average everyday energy. It might actually feel kind of extreme to you, but it's like clearing the way, right? Because this is very transformative energy, even though it feels a bit erratic. This to me is also like the retrograde lifting, you know? Thank you, Zelina, for the $5. So, you have the Four of Cups here and the Three of Discs. There's a few different meanings to this card here. I feel like Virgo, there's a sense of emotional detachment here. You know, the Four of Cups to me is almost like not really knowing where to put your energy, okay? You also might be covering up some things, you know, covering up how you truly feel underneath it all. Maybe even hiding, as crazy as this sounds, hiding feelings from yourself. It's interesting, right? So it's like not wanting to address feelings within you that you almost hide away from. They're giving me lots of different words as to what that means. It could be like stress. They gave me the word drugs, alcohol. I'm not saying you do that, Virgo, but but it's like you could be hiding stress under drugs and alcohol, or maybe have a history of that. That's very specific, so not for all of you. It's so weird. Y'all can't see this, but my son's dog all of a sudden wanted me to pet him. My son is a Virgo. This is weird. Um, he never wants me to pet him. I should let you guys see him. That's just random. Anyways, it's a sense of like, stop covering it up. Maybe it's not with drugs and alcohol, but it's still hiding away, not wanting to feel something, not wanting to address something, okay? Um, the Three of Pentacles is here. This is cooperation. This is people in your environment that want to help, that are here to help, or you may be helping. Now, keep in mind, this doesn't have to be your energy, but for most of you, yes, I'm reading for you. But you could be dealing with someone that needs help, and you're in a place to give them help. And if that's the case, you know, it helps to grow you. You know, anytime you can offer someone your time and your energy like that, if you have it to give. So that's kind of the primary messages. Now, this is a side note. Some of you have someone watching, okay? Watching your every move, or maybe like online stalking. If you can see this, there's an eyeball. Could be Leo. Because I saw an eyeball in Leo's, or vice versa. Doesn't have to be though. But there's somebody definitely watching what you're doing, you know, paying attention, eyeballing you. Okay, it could be within the work environment, but doesn't have to be. It could be family or relationships. And if that's the case, I do want to get a clarifier as why that is. Why are they watching Virgo? They're trying to figure out why you're so disconnected here. This is the messy mind card. If you've been emotionally detached, kind of disconnected, feeling stressed out, wanting to bury it though, not really wanting to address it, somebody's paying attention to that, and they may want to help, you know, or they may see you going through something and they want to be of service to you, which is nice. Or flip it, vice versa. You could be that for someone else. All right, so I'm going to get a guidance card now. That was an intense energy. Ooh, release the burden. So that's the guidance. This is a burdensome energy. It's like some of you are tired of being told what to do. It's like, get off my back, you know, that type of energy. And interestingly enough, I just thought about this. I had an image of a tin rooster and not knowing which way to go. Look at that image. What is on that guy's head? A friggin' rooster. And he's pointing, like, go this way. So there could be, like, people or a person in your environment that always wants to tell you what to do because they think that you don't have your own compass. And maybe in the past you haven't known what to do. Okay, so you might have been a little bit messy. But I feel like you still at the end of the day want to make your own decisions, right? And it's like, get off of my back. You might want to emotionally detach from that situation or that person because it's burdensome. If it's not another person, it could be your own like internal monologue that's going on, and it's just like, ugh, stop being. Some of you are beating yourself up internally, and it's like, stop it. You're just creating more of a burden. Let it go. Let Pluto take it over there, and then go into this cooperation energy that's here for you. So that was an intense reading. Not gonna lie. But you know what? The full moon is in Virgo right now. I did a video on it last night on my Facebook. You can catch it there, Tarot Time with Dana. And it's falling in the sign of Pisces. Very opposite energies, right? And they could either go play well together or it could be very tumultuous. So some of you might be feeling that energy, that Virgo Pisces transit there, okay? So you could be dealing with Scorpio, air. I've got water, air, and earth. And Pisces. All right, Libra. Oh, I wanted to see who gave me super chats. Hold on. Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate you, girl. Thank you, Sandra, for the $9.99. Thank you, Fallon, for the 1111. I like that number. Thank you, Angel. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Thank you, Miss Positivity. I knew I was getting his name wrong. I was close. It was a random side note. All right, cool. Thank you, guys. Okay. Libra. Oh, and I'll show you my dogs when we're all done. I've got both of the dogs in the room with me today. I'm babysitting my son's dog, which he coincidentally all of a sudden wanted me to pet him during Virgo's reading. My son's a Virgo. But I'm telling you what, my son's dog, you can kind of see him in the background there. He is the most emotionally intuitive dog I have ever dealt with. And like literally, he has like the emotions of a human. He from ranges of jealousy to comforting, and it's weird. He's kind of like the weirdest dog I've ever had to deal with, and he's very emotional like a human. So I wouldn't doubt he sensed I was talking about Virgo. Okay, anyways, Libra. Libra. So, Libra, they kept showing me a tuning fork, that they use in the doctor's office. I heard fine-tuning the energy. So you might be fine-tuning the energy this upcoming week. Also, to me, when I think of a tuning fork, I think about vibration, and then I also think about a ringing in the ears. Some of you may have like a ringing in the ears. Certainly there's a medical condition called tinnitus. That could be it. But I don't feel like that's what they're talking about. I think they're talking about acknowledging the vibrational frequency that you're at and fine-tuning your mood based on what you're thinking about. All right? So if we get what we think about, then why would you ever think about things you don't want? It's a waste of time and energy, and it doesn't result in anything that you want. So they're wanting you to fine-tune the way that you're thinking about something, especially on a subject that might be a bit of a sore spot for you. All right. Also, I got, they showed me my own dream, which I thought was really interesting. I had a very vivid dream last night. And in the dream was someone that I'm an acquaintance with, but I don't know this person. But I do know they're a Libra. So that's probably why they're showing me the dream. And in the dream, it was all about socialization and talking to friends over a meal. They showed me a salad, maybe incorporating more salads into your diet, or maybe you like salads. But it was like this very friendly atmosphere. So I feel like Libra, you're kind of in this energy for a lot of you where you want more friendly encounters, right? Not wanting to feel beat up within the energy. And maybe in the recent past, that's kind of how you felt. And I actually feel more of those friendly vibes coming in because you're kind of fine-tuning your thoughts about something, you know, or needing to. Right? Also, when my ears ring, I know for a fact one of my guides is present, or like when I meditate and I go into that deep meditation, I can feel the pressure change in my ears. So some of you, when you feel that change and pressure, it could be that you're being led, and so pay attention. What are you thinking in that moment? What thoughts are coming to you in that moment? Pay attention to that, all right? They gave me the word, it's too close to call. I have no idea what that's about. It's too close to call. I don't know. Take that as it resonates. Maybe we'll get some clarification with the cards. Woo. So, Libra. All right, so you have Taurus energy here. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus and or have that in your own chart, or it's just simply the influencing vibes. Very earthy energy, very practical, very productive energy, pleasure seeking. You know, this is my self-care card. So I feel like self-care goes a long way, right? Some of you might be connecting with a friend that is a Taurus or has strong Taurus placements. And I also saw of the flower, this exact flower in the Gemini reading. Some of you may have Gemini in your chart or be connecting with that. So I had the image of this flower in their reading. But same type of vibe that I felt either way in Gemini's readings. Like, open up. This warmth is opening up to you, right? And I feel like you either have a good support network available to you, or you may have a friend. I keep getting the word friend that wants to open up to you. Okay, but it could be intimate, could be family, whatever. This is a general reading, but that's kind of the message that I'm getting. Six of Wands. The High Priestess. I had to kind of do a double take on this card here. So this is not the typical meaning of the Six of Wands. Give me one more. The Hangman. Usually the Six of Wands means to me success, attention, accolades. In this deck, it's talking about the fact that success is not found in things or materials, but within relationships, family, friends. And I feel like that's what you're either having success in or being drawn to pay attention to during this next few weeks. Also, the High Priestess is here. So this is your intuition. This is your guide speaking to you. This is needing to get clear on your intentions and really make sure that you're seeing things from all angles before making a decision here with the Hangman. These cards speak of spiritual enlightenment when they're together. So I feel like some of you are just becoming really enlightened to the fact that your happiness is never derived from having a material thing. And it's always about the relationships and your moods and emotions that matter the most. And kind of refocusing your energy. I heard repurposing. Oh, okay. So earlier when I got the message too close to call, if you're over analyzing a relationship in particular, it's like you're too close to the situation to be able to be objective enough to make a smart decision. So it's like you needing to almost detach a little bit from that situation so that you can kind of see it from a third party perspective or from an objective standpoint. And then the solutions are coming in here. For some of you, you might just be seeing a person in a totally different way than you've seen them before. And I don't feel it's a bad thing, but it's enlightening. Let's say that, okay? If it's not you feeling that, you may have someone that's seeing you in a totally different light. And I feel it's a good thing, you know? So if someone had their mind made up about you, Libra, you know, they are kind of seeing you in a different light now, okay? In a much more positive stance, okay? If this is someone you're dealing with. So, I keep getting flowers. Courage. Oh, okay. Last night on my Facebook, I shared a meme that I just loved, this meme. And basically what it said is, if you're looking outside of you for outside validation that your intuition is right, you're not following your intuition. The gut feeling of your intuition is the answer, and you just need to be courageous enough to follow what you already know. In so many words, that's kind of what it said. And I feel like a lot of you could probably resonate with that. Stop looking for outside validation of what you feel, Libra. If you feel it, it's your truth. Have the courage to go from there. Okay. So you could be dealing with a fire sign or earth. Those are the predominant signs that I'm seeing here. Scorpio. Okay. Almost immediately, as soon as I closed my eyes, I got the I got a Rihanna song. You look so dumb right now. Rihanna is a Pisces. You could be dealing with a Pisces. That is a harsh song. So I don't know if that's you feeling pretty harshly, looking at someone and thinking like you look dumb, or someone's looking at you that way, or if you're just being paranoid. Maybe nobody's looking at you that way, but you feel that they are. That is a really interesting message to get right off of the bat. Then they showed me they just kept showing me hands, and the hands were doing this. So it's like trying to weigh something out within the energy, right? Going back and forth, flip-flopping in your mind about something or someone. And then they just kept showing me that, it's like in your mind, on one hand, this and this, and on another hand, this and this. And so nothing really gets decided, but except you keep flipping them back and forth in the energy, which is kind of keeping you a little bit stagnant. Some of you might be having that own negative self-talk where I felt it in Virgo's reading as well, where it's just like beating up on yourself. Some of you are like, feeling that you look dumb right now, or you don't want to be made to look stupid. And maybe that's what the decision is about, not wanting to look stupid, but at the same time, like wanting to take action anyways, or to weigh it out anyways, like something like that. So I feel like Scorpio, let's talk about that feeling, right? Of not wanting to look stupid. I feel like when you're coming from that standpoint, it is a very prideful standpoint. It's almost a bit stuck in the ego a little bit, because I feel like there is no like dumb, stupid questions in life, or well, I don't want to say there's not dumb actions, there is. But sometimes the fear of regret is really what it boils down to. Like regretting something later on, regretting a decision is you not accepting the fact that you're here to experience, right? So you're here to kind of make boo-boos and mistakes, and that's fine. You don't need to beat yourself up over it, or rehash things in order to be able to move forward. So it's almost like being guided to take that out of the equation, because, it's insecurity lying to you is what I'm feeling. We all have a learning curve in life, so don't be afraid to put yourself out there, and whatever comes of it, comes of it, okay? Now, for others, like I said, you're viewing someone else and you're like, yeah, you're dumb. And hey, maybe you got reason to think that, but it feels very judgmental. So, also very much stuck in the ego. Some of you are very much stuck there in the ego trap, okay? Which we all get stuck in that, all right? So no judgment here, because I definitely get stuck in that all the time. Here we go. You have the sextile of opportunity here. So this is actually a really positive vibe coming in for you. This is about collaborations and opportunities opening up to you, possibilities, doors opening, getting insight, communication. I feel it's welcomed, especially if you've been in the stagnation of back and forth within your emotions, within your moods, within your thoughts. I feel like you would welcome a change in that situation. And here is the opportunity right here. So I feel like if you're open to it, then the energy opens up to you. Also, I feel like you're being very artistically driven. So not saying some of you might be into art, as it actually has an easel in the image. But it could be to me, art is anything that comes from your soul, that is inspired from your soul, right? I think music is art. I think drawing is art. I think writing is art. Whatever you feel really inspired towards creatively is part of your soul's path. And so pay attention to that this week, especially. You know, give a little bit more thought and consideration to that, as I feel there's some doors of opportunity opening in that arena. Maybe some of you don't put yourself out there because you're afraid of looking dumb, you know? And I think that's why Spirit wants you to kind of leave that thinking out of it. That's just insecurity, and it's lying to you. There is no looking dumb, you know? And if people look at you and they think that, then they're judgmental jerks, and who cares about their opinion anyways, you know? It's like, know your audience. Scorpio, kind of screw what they think. It doesn't matter what they think. It matters what you think and how you feel, right? All right, so you have the High Priestess and Ace of Cups here. So this is beautiful. I mean, seriously, it kind of boggles my mind that I got such a negative message right off the bat, because that's like literally, you're like one thought away from all of this opportunity, you know, opening up to you, doors opening up to you. I think that's why they want to follow you. You are being guided to follow your intuition. Now I'm tripping on my words. And there's love, Ace of Cups. So some of you follow what you love. I'm sorry if you hear that in the background. My dog is snoring. He's so loud. I don't know if you can hear him or not. Anyways, follow your heart. Follow your intuition. What makes you feel good? Don't worry about other people's opinions about it. Actually, I think Scorpios are pretty good at that, kind of. But because you're such an emotional water sign, you do care. You may not show that to others, but you do care pretty deeply. And I see that here. Some of you have a spiritual love connection here that's being highlighted, and there's like so much opportunity and development happening with that. You may feel really spiritually drawn to this person, or intuitively you, I don't know. It's a spiritual love connection. That's all it's showing me. That's showing up for you. Okay. So let me get guidance. Wow, you have the conditioning card. So, Scorpio, this is kind of like a tired and ragged energy. If there's two ways I can read this. If you have felt like in this tired, ragged energy, like you got to carry all of the weight, it's time to re-examine that connection, that experience. You know, why are you letting that keep you locked down, or in this space where you feel that you always have to, you know, maybe go with someone else's schedule, or you can't go by the beat of your own drum? There's some deeper underlying things going on here, and it has to deal with the product of your conditioning as a child. So what were you told you're supposed to do in life? Re-examine that. Who told you that? Did it work for them? Are they a happy person? You know, like dig a little bit deeper into the belief structures that were handed to you, because I feel it's holding you back to some degree. It's a product of conditioning. And if it's not you, it could be the person you're connecting with, if you're connecting with another that just has a lot of like pre-programmed conditioning that keeps them stuck. But I feel like that's just one thought away. One thought away. If you can get to the core of that and kind of unravel that belief structure, you know, look at this. love, spirituality, doors of opportunity, you know, possibilities opening, insight, communication, welcomed change is here. So this is really beautiful. You might have love knocking on your door, you know, or just feeling a sense of love, you know, or a very strong love connection here. And if it's not another person, it's self-love. So you could be dealing with, sorry, water. This is Leo energy and air energy. Okay, Sagittarius. How am I doing on time? Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Look at me. Sagittarius. So, Sagittarius, I saw someone holding up like a trophy. It actually looked like the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, sorry. And they were kind of waving it like this. And then I heard, winner, winner, chicken dinner. So you want to come out on top. The ball's in your court. They also showed me that the ball is literally, they showed me a ball in your hand. So the ball is in your court this week. I like that. And they showed me, I think it's a dandelion. You know the ones that you, when you were a little kid, you picked out off the ground and then you blew it and you made a wish. So I feel like wish granted, you know, feeling successful, putting yourself as a top priority in your life. And winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay. No, they were pretty clear and succinct messages. All right, so I feel like there's a needing to clear the air though as well. Maybe in a situation or just with yourself. Cleanse your energy. Use this weekend to maybe revitalize yourself or re-energize yourself, Sagittarius. I keep being drawn to this. I haven't used it yet. I don't know why. Maybe you're drawn to this symbol or gem, but it's I guess I'll use it. I don't know. It's like a yes/no question that you have in your mind right now, possibly, that you're going round in circles with. But it's like, here's what I'm feeling, Sagittarius. The answer is yes. Yes to success. Yes to your wishes coming true. Yes to coming out on top. You always knew it. You didn't need proof. And that's the true definition of faith. And now you'll be shown some evidence this week. And yay. Let's see what that's about. Also, you might want to get you one of these. I don't know why, but maybe you like it. It's pretty though, right? That's the first time I've ever used it. So, ooh, you got Pluto energy. Some of you could be connecting with Virgo. They also got this. This is the retrograde lifting. This is renewal of your inner resources, okay? This is personal power, your motivation, letting one cycle close out so that a new cycle can begin. It's a very intense energy. It can feel a little erratic, right? So your schedule might have changed a lot or be changing a lot this upcoming week, or it just might feel hard to stick to a schedule for some of you, but I feel like that's clearing out, okay? Because I feel a more organized type of energy coming in, all right? Or maybe a need to reorganize yourself, because they keep giving me the word organize. Some of you are re-examining the concept of organized religion. That's a really specific. I don't know if that resonates with you, then great. Because they keep giving me the word pop culture, society, spirituality, organized religion. I don't know if those are topics that you feel drawn towards or you've been reading about. Maybe where you fit into all of the big picture of life, or what are your true belief structures, that type of thing. Ooh, the Nine of Cups. This is nice. So, what you can't see coming is that there's an opportunity about to show up, and maybe it's been a long time coming. Maybe you have been blocking yourself from allowing this in by having some insecurities, some doubts, some energy you needed to clear within yourself. I think people think it's taboo to say go within first and then everything comes after that, because people don't really understand what it means. What they want to know is that job coming to me? Is that person coming to me? And I would say, if that's a question, then the answer is no. Why? Not because it's not available, but because you're simply questioning it. Just the simple question of it brings about the reality that you don't have it, and then perpetuates more of not having it. And I feel like that's the type of thinking that you're getting ready to clear out, or that you need to clear out. Not what is coming, will they, won't they, will this, will that. No, I know. You need to change the thought, or you are changing the thought to, I know I'm going to be successful either way. I know who I am, so it matters not. And when you get into that knowing phase of your life, then things perpetuate faster, right? And then this blockage kind of clears up, and here's that opportunity that was always there, but you couldn't see it because you can't see the answer when you're clouded in doubt. It's called faith. So rewind back to the original guided message. That's kind of what I'm getting here. And then emotional satisfaction. Feeling good. This is also taking care of yourself. Some of you need to take a little bit better care of yourself, your hygiene, your body. Or you just could benefit from that. I mean, we can all benefit from that, right? But it's like when life feels erratic, it's like self-care kind of goes out the door almost, which is funny, because when life becomes erratic is when we should prioritize ourselves the most. But yet, for some reason, we usually do the opposite of that. And you could have had that going on, because I kept getting the message back burner in the last you versus them reading I did. But some of you, this opportunity is coming a knocking, but you're not even sure if you want it anymore. Like something that took a long time to change is now here, and you're not even sure, that that's actually emotionally satisfying to you anymore. So some of you have a job or a relationship that's gone through a lot of change, a lot of upheaval, maybe made you very insecure at some point, and now things are kind of clearing out, okay? And it's coming in, and you're like, I don't know. I might have changed my mind, like that. So I think you're really going to carefully consider, or you really should carefully consider everything before making a decision on whatever this is, all right? So it could be dealing with Scorpio energy. but it could also be Virgo energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Pisces, Cancer, and air. I have like air, earth, and water here. Oh, let me get some guidance. I feel like I already got guidance, but we'll get one card. Oh, friendliness and aloneness. Be your own friend. Be your own friend. You know? Also, they gave me the phrase, you get more honeys with bee. No, you get more honeys with bee. You get more bees with honey. Really? I'm like, this is a side note. I am the queen of getting sayings wrong. If you've been watching me for a while, I bet I could compile a video of things that I've said totally ass backwards. I do it all the time. Like everybody in my family is almost like a running joke. Like, Dana, that's not the saying. Like, what? Sure it is. And then it's not. But you know what I mean. Sorry. You get more bees with honey. Dana Bear bloopers. Yeah, that's a good one. I should title it that. I would have an entire video just on bloopers of the stupid things that I say. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn. Okay. Whew. Capricorn. This might be for one of you, but some of you have had your eye on a purse. I think in the South they call it a pocketbook, and they literally said, "Buy the purse, treat yourself." They showed me a really nice handbag. I don't know if some of you really like handbags, or you're been thinking about getting a new one. Obviously, this is for my feminines. Oh, I don't know. I think men can have purses. You can have a man purse, right? Hey, take it or leave it. I don't know if that's for you or not. Just something significant about a purse or purchasing a purse. So that image left, and then I saw someone playing with something in their hand like this. It would almost kind of look like a baton from far away, but as it got closer, it was the scales. It was Libra scales. Some of you might have Libra in your chart or be dealing with the Libra or the justice system or just needing to make decisions in general, but needing to come at it from a rational standpoint, all right? And for some reason, they also showed me Scorpio energy. Some of you could be dealing with Scorpio as well, because it was the weighing out type of vibe. And then the very last image, when I came out of it, I wasn't asking for more images, but it flashed right at the end, was a dream catcher. And I've had this song in my head forever. Dreams, 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 dreams. If you can pay attention to your dreams, not so much the content of the dream, but the emotion that you feel when you wake out of the dream, it'll point to you where you're emotionally at in your daytime life. So some of you, side note, might like dream catchers. But that could be a significant validation for you. And look, I'm playing with this again. Not even thinking about it. Some of you have Sagittarius in your chart. Oh, maybe they want me to use it again. Yes, no. Isn't that funny? Because for Sagittarius, it started going almost immediately, and for you, it's nothing. Some of you, things may seem at a standstill. So, interesting. Interesting. Maybe you don't know what the right questions to ask are, right? It's like, in order to get the answers that you need in life, you have to first know the question. Isn't that funny? That's how it works. You have to have the curiosity or the question in order to get to the answer. So, maybe it's more about the question than the answer. What are you asking the right questions in a circumstance? Are you asking yourself the right questions, Capricorn? Thank you for the $4.99, Esla. Holy cow. Oh, goodness. So you have the moon here, Jupiter, and Libra. That's what I felt, Libra. Did I accidentally say Cancer? I meant to say Capricorn if I did. I'm sorry. So this is exactly what I've been feeling. First of all, pay attention to your intuition. This is highlighting home, your family, a very feminine energy. I feel like I'm connecting mostly with my feminine Capricorns, but men, you could have you could have feminine in your chart as well. We all have a mixture of both feminine and masculine energies, but it's like a very deep feeling type of vibe, and expanding that, giving it the roll of the dice. Having more enthusiasm towards life, and yet needing to find balance. And I heard you need to make rational decisions. So I feel like there's maybe a tug of war going on, like wanting to just kind of like roll the dice and see what happens, and you might accidentally ignore some red flags there. So they want you to go a little bit deeper and pay attention to what it is you truly want and ask the right questions. And then make a rational decision. All right. There might be expansion happening within a relationship right now, or within your feelings, like you're growing your feelings, or your feelings are growing in the energy. Someone's feelings towards you might be expanding. And it's actually quite beautiful. So, thank you for the $4.99, Isla. So, Wheel of Fortune here. Ooh. Oh, and isn't that funny? I got the song, that dream song. And here you have the moon, which is this is about your dreams. This is about your intuition. This is about the subconscious mind. So, the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Swords. Here's a masculine energy showing up. Now, I don't feel this is you. But if you're a masculine Capricorn, it could be you. I hate to break it out into feminine versus masculine, but let me do that for a second. Female Capricorns, pay attention to your intuition. Be rational about your decision making. Don't ignore red flags, And I know you want to take some risks here, but take calculated risks. And actually, I think Capricorn, you're pretty good at that. You're pretty good at taking the practical, well-calculated approach that works for you, and I think you need to continue to do that. You've got something fortunate coming in here, and it could be around a masculine air sign, but they could be any zodiac sign. It's just like there's divine timing at play in that situation. There is someone showing up here for you in this very masculine energy that's very certain of what they want, and not afraid to say what they want, okay? But at the same time, they almost have like a stoic type of a poker face, you know? So I feel like this is someone who, I don't want to say hides emotion, but could do that. But they don't wear their heart on their sleeve, okay? They prefer to make decisions from a rational standpoint versus an emotional standpoint. I don't know why this person is showing up right now, other than this, your feelings could be growing for this person, or they you. Okay. Now, if you're the male Capricorn, so that was for my females. If you're a male Capricorn, I feel you are taking this very rational approach. You know, not wanting to maybe show your feelings, but it's about time that you do. That's what they're saying. You need to expand, express more of your emotions, and be a little bit more vulnerable in order for things to change in a situation. So, if you're not dealing with anyone, you live under a rock, you have nobody in your life, intimate or platonic, this could be all of you. You know, expanding in your intuition and your spirituality and your emotional self. Some lucky happenstance might come through this week because you're staying balanced. And I've got 2 cards of good luck here, so I love that. But it's like, don't get too excited. You know, before you leap, make a rational decision. That's just the message they keep giving me. Follow your gut. Ooh, I'm not going to take all that. And like Scorpio, you got the conditioning card. Some of you have been conditioned to believe and expect the worst in a situation, or that it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be hard work. And you need to expand beyond that thinking and do some of the similar inner work that I talked to Scorpio about, which is going to allow just more good fortune to come in, because you're going to start expecting the best. Well, you get what you expect out of life. What do you expect? Ask yourself that, all right? So you could be dealing with Pisces, Libra, Scorpio, air sign, Aquarius, Gemini. Yeah. Those are the predominant zodiac signs I am seeing. Aquarius. So Aquarius, I I got an image of what looked like to be a looking glass, and then it was an hourglass, and then they showed, you know, like in the olden days where they just had those single, like bifocal, and they would hold it up, you know, to read. So, I don't know, some of you might wear glasses or bifocals or something. But really what it was showing me was like really closely observing a situation or being really closely observed. Thank you, Angelina, for the super chat. You know, really, you know, looking at the fine print, okay, or needing to do that this upcoming week. It's like being under the microscope. That's kind of what it feels like. I actually feel that this is someone putting you under the microscope, but it could be you, you know, just looking at the fine details of a situation or reading in between the lines, having someone else under a microscope. And then that image kind of went away, and they showed me what initially looked like a car seat, and then I noticed it was a rocket, and I heard launch in 3, 2, 1, and whew, they showed me a rocket launching into space, which is funny because I was just talking about watching Neil, I always get his name wrong, Neil deGrasse, I think that's right, Neil deGrasse Tyson, I don't know. And it was kind of about microscopes and space. So, and I'm an Aquarius, but symbolically speaking, it's like something's getting ready to launch in 3, 2, 1. And I feel that, you know, something like that you really want or that you really desire is getting ready to get off of the ground or is off of the ground. All right. And like once it's off the ground, it's like going to be speed of light. This could be within career. This could be within relationships. It's something that you were desiring, that you might have really been taking a very close look at, okay? And now I'm being drawn to talk back about Libra's reading because they kind of had a same or similar message where they were observing something so closely they couldn't actually see the solution. And so you also might have a bit of that energy going on, especially if you have Libra in your chart where you're overanalyzing something. But I feel like there's something getting ready to launch here. Some of you might be launching a new career, a new health pattern, a new hobby. I don't know. Let's see. You have the 12th house of surrender here and Pluto energy at the bottom of the deck. This is Pisces energy for some of you. So this is a bit of a tug of war, okay? Your subconscious mind kind of having a differing of opinion, an ego versus soul thing, you know? This could have been going on, you know, internally where you're feeling pulled in two different directions. But I feel that you're getting ready to let go. And that's when the rocket's going to launch. That's when things change, right? This also talks about dreams, karma, forgiveness, releasing baggage, spiritual healing, things developing, letting go of guilt. It's a very, and I said forgiveness in the card. So that's all going on, I feel, within inside of you. And especially during the full moon, which is on Sunday, Monday, depending on where you're at in the world, where you're just going to have maybe this aha moment this weekend where you're just like, I give up. You know, it's not worth the struggle to me. You know, I had a dream with that, but you don't want to feel the burden of it anymore or the baggage of it. So whatever this is that's had you feeling burdened, whether it's a person, place, thing, or maybe just the way you were thinking about it, I feel like this epiphany coming through during the full moon where you're just going to surrender it, okay? And let it be what it is and stop giving it your focus and attention, okay? And it's like, it sounds sad, right? Oh, you gotta let something go. But I feel like it wasn't serving you. So it's not sad, Aquarius. And also, they showed me the rocket launching in 3, 2, 1. So it's like, as soon as you surrender this, a new rocket of desire is launched. Something new comes in, fast as lightning, you know? So I feel like you won't be, if you're feeling like in the dumps or sad about this, it won't be for long, you know, before something that you really, really want comes in to take its place, right? Whatever it is. So. The card flipped and it fell right on my dog's head and he didn't even move. So here we have the world and the sun. Hello, happier days, positivity. Hello, having the world in your hands. Isn't this interesting, right? I got an image of a rocket going into space and she's in space looking at the world. Some of you are getting that bird's eye point of view, you know, where you can see the truth of a situation, and it's helping you to clear out your energy, okay? The world to me is also about completions. It's about closure. It's about coming into a new successful chapter, right? And the sun is very positive, very warm energy, feeling happy, okay? Yes. So this is also getting what you want. This is great. I'm not just saying that to blow smoke up your butt, but really this looks really wonderful. And yeah, I don't know what else to say here. Let me get some guidance. Yeah, 2 cards. Wow, no way I got that card in your last reading. Whoa. This is the card of schizophrenia, which does not mean literally schizophrenia. It means, if you look at the depiction, bridging the gap between imaginative thought and reality. And so I feel like you've been having a trouble seeing a situation in real eyes. You've been having trouble like letting go of something you know that you need to just leave it alone. And I feel like this full moon's going to bring about the empowerment to be able to do that. And you're not losing anything. You never lose in life. You only add to your experience. You never subtract from your experience. So leave that thought out of it. Some of you, it could have been really hard to let this go because it was linked to a past life. You might have past life karma around the situation or person. And so it felt, you know, maybe a very, very difficult. It could even be that you've been holding on to, see, I don't believe we hold on to past life karma into our current life, but I do believe you can have past life connections and you recognize that in each life. You know, they call them soulmates, twin flames, karmic partners, right? So this could be around a partner in specific that you've had a past life with where you just couldn't bridge the gap, you know? And something needs to be let go of in that situation. And the moment you have the courage to do that, your rocket is launched. If that makes sense to you. And this could be any connection in your life, right? So you could be dealing with Pisces, Leo, Taurus energy. That's the primary energy I have. And then Scorpio and Cancer energy here. So let's go to Pisces. Happy birthday to any of my Pisces. I think my best friend's birthday. One of my best friends. I call all my friends my best friends because they are all my best friends. I think her birthday's this weekend. Happy birthday, girl. If you're watching. Okay. Pisces. Like as soon as I closed my eyes, they showed, or I heard sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. Um, so I don't know if that's you getting ready to celebrate your birthday or what, but as I was just talking about birthdays. But then they showed me a top, you know, kind of like this. You know those old timey tops where you spin. Of course, it's not gonna let me do that because there's a string. You know what I'm saying, like a spinning top. I'm not really sure the validation of it, but then they also kept showing me someone pricking their finger, like a tack or like a finger prick. And it makes me think of the movie Sleeping Beauty, you know, where she pricks her finger and then she falls into like a deep slumber, waiting for someone to save her. And it's like some of you have been kind of in a deep slumber, maybe waiting on another to come and save you. But the alarm is going off, meaning it's time to wake up to your own power. Okay, it's time to wake up to the fact that it's you. It's you. You're there for you, right? Some of you might actually have like a love interest or someone that you have an intimate relationship with that is helping you to kind of wake up to some realities, or that maybe you've been waiting on for a while coming to your rescue. I don't know, that could happen. I feel like that's really specific, so not going to be for all of you, but certainly that could be the case as well. You know, but it's just like wake up, because now they're giving me a song and I don't know who sings it. Wake up. Wake up. It's like a rock song. I don't know who sings that. Do you know what song I'm talking about? Anyways, sound the alarm. I think that it's just waking up. Waking up to what? I don't know. Let's see. So you have the 12th house here. And this is this is your card. So highlighting Piscean energy. And I just got this in Aquarius. Some of you, this could be dealing with Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. So what are you waking up to? You're waking up to like releasing baggage, the unseen, maybe red flags that you weren't paying attention to. Some of you, this is a very spiritual awakening energy, letting go of guilt. This talks about forgiveness. This talks about having more compassion for yourself. And just like in Aquarius's reading, I feel like the full moon in Virgo that is falling in your sign is a part of this wake up, is a part of sounding the alarm, is a part of you becoming keenly aware, you know, of your place in this situation, or relationship, if it's a relationship. So you also might be having some very vivid dreams. Pay attention to that, Pisces. Let's see. Ooh, this is beautiful. Justice and the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands in this deck talks about quieting your mind, meditation, solitude, self-care. All of that might be highlighted for you. But I always also see the Three of Wands as like ready for your ships to come in, ready for adventure, you know, and kind of a wake up energy, you know, to take some sort of action here. There's justice being served in a situation this upcoming week that's going to bring you a little bit more peace of mind, a little bit more balance. And I feel it's after this full moon cycles out. It's like once you release whatever this is that you're holding on to, then more balancing energy comes in that allows you to kind of look towards your future. You might be future planning as well right now, or you know, wanting a vacation or just wanting a beach day, or you know, like to get out of your mind or your emotions if that's where you've been. Maybe for your birthday, treat yourself, girl, guy, whatever, you know, so that you can have a little bit more balance in your energy. Because it's your birthday, I want to pull one more card. Let's see, where's this headed? Four of Swords and Seven of Wands. So they're giving me that song again that I got earlier that's been stuck in my head. Baby girl, what's your name? That is the only lyric I know. I do not know who sings it, but maybe look that song up. It might have meaning for you. Or maybe like baby girl is something you say or something somebody says to you. But there's a Four of Swords, Seven of Wands. It's like, here's this peace, here's this justice. You could definitely benefit for some meditation this upcoming week. And looking to the future, but not being naive about it. You know, maybe in the past you were a little bit naive and you got burned. And I feel like that's kind of, you need to forgive yourself for that. You need to let that go, Pisces. It's over and done, and it's okay to look to the future now and come at it from a more balanced standpoint. You got some battle scars here, but you're smarter, you're wiser. And this is like my warrior card. So I feel that you're kind of ready for whatever comes next. You know what I'm saying? Because you have learned a skill to help you deal with maybe some harsh emotions that you had a hard time dealing with in the past. You know, this is like developing your ability to cope for some of you. That's what all of this is about, your ability to cope. Interestingly enough, this lady has tattoos all over her legs, and I know my Pisces friend, for her birthday, she got a tattoo. Some of you might be thinking about getting a tattoo for your birthday. It was a beautiful tattoo that she got. Just a side note. So yeah, let's get some guidance on this. Didn't I say travel? Thinking about traveling, wanting to travel, broadening your horizons. You have the traveling card and maturity. Emotional maturity, ability to cope. That's what you're being guided towards. That's beautiful. So you're on the journey of emotionally maturing. So could be dealing with Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Aries, Sagittarius. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. And did I make it on time? Oh, I'm 8 minutes late for my private client. So I'm going to jump off here so I can do that private reading. I'm wishing you guys the very, very best. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the love and the support. And the next round of you versus them readings are going to be coming out within the next day or so. So hang tight. Since I went live today, I'm probably not going to go live on Sunday, but I'm hoping to get back to my routine schedule in March of going live on Sundays. You can catch me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. I go live on Facebook all the time, probably more than I should. To do guided messages, just talk about what's on my mind, talk about law of attraction, manifestation, all that good stuff. Tarot Time with Dana, linked in the About section of my YouTube, is my Facebook and Instagram. My sister shut down her boutique for a while for personal reasons, but she is relaunching it. So if you like this shirt, it's from her boutique. You can check her out, avasophiaco.com. Either way, wishing you guys the best. Love you so much. Till next time, my friends. Namaste. Bye.